everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I have love of my life, darling Obi, best thing that ever happened to me, and we are filming a game of Never Have I Ever while we try all of Starbucks fall treats. The way this is gonna work is I'm gonna tell you what we ordered. We're gonna do a taste test, and while we do the taste test, we're gonna play a little game of Never Have I Ever. If we have done the thing, we'll take a sip, maybe explain ourselves, maybe we won't, that's a personal choice, and then we will move on to the next drink. So let's start hot. The first drink we're gonna try is the tall apple crisp macchiato. This is probably the only one we haven't tried at all, I'm pretty sure. Out of all of these, drink-wise, is that true for you?
Yeah, the apple crisp frappuccino as well.
Yeah, and the iced apple crisp. I got all the apple crisps because it was the most novel. Our first question is, never have I ever gotten a ticket. You go first. I didn't think this through. Cheers.
It's a little Yankee Candle-ish.
Throwback reference. It's good though.
Yeah, I like it. It's like cider.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like it has coffee in it at all. Do you want to talk about your ticket? I've gotten a lot of speeding tickets.
Oh yeah, same. I mean,
Parking tickets. Yeah.
Tickets and...
Have you ever gotten a tattoo?
Yep, gotten 3 tattoos.
I have my lipstick is like all over the cup. You're a beautiful man. What are your tattoos?
I have a tattoo that says Howl right there. I have a tattoo of a triangle right here. And I have a Keith Haring tattoo on my other arm.
Which one's your favorite?
Keith Haring. Which one is your favorite?
The Howl. I like his forearms a lot, so that's that. Never have I ever made sourdough bread. And we're gonna, sorry, this may be ambitious of me to want to do all this at one time. Okay, tall pumpkin frappuccino. I have not.
Made sourdough bread? I guess you use
Yeast.
yeast.
I've done like the no-knead bread, but I've never done sourdough because the whole mother thing, it takes a lot more patience.
You're not supposed to drink if you have not done it, right?
Never have I ever. Oh, I did it backwards.
I have made sourdough bread. That was something I have done.
He's like good about like doing the whole like tending to the, what's it called? Starter, tending to the starter for like every single day. That is not doing the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
Be a challenge for me. What do you think about the tall pumpkin frappuccino?
I think the frappuccino is a milkshake, so it's gonna be good. It tastes less chemically than I thought it was gonna taste. You know, it's kind of even and just spice tasting.
We talk a lot about how like sometimes the pumpkin spice feels a little bit like chemically. Do y'all feel that way? Tell us in the comments. We're gonna do a rating system. Between these two, which do you like better?
I like that one better.
Okay.
The apple.
So we go here. Our next drink we're gonna try is the tall apple crisp frappuccino.
I'm excited about this one because it combines what we loved about this one and flavor of that one.
Good point. Never have I ever been detained by TSA.
I've never been detained by TSA.
These were sent in by y'all on Instagram, and one of you said this one and said you had a good story. If you're watching, we need to know the story. Never have I ever been arrested.
I have been arrested before.
Are you gonna tell the story or is it for yourself?
I was arrested one time for giving a false name to a police officer. I was a kid and I didn't know that was illegal. Yeah, it was fine. And, you know, I didn't get any charges or anything, you know, because, you know, privilege or whatever. But, I mean, yeah, I did get arrested, so.
Yeah. Which brings us to the next one, which is never have I ever given a fake name, which I can sip on.
Is that? Wow. Interesting.
You had to drink on it.
Somebody must know.
Someone knows the story. It was like one of your cousins or something. I have given a fake name because I used to love to pretend like I was someone else. I would give like my name like to coffee shop people, or like I think one time in high school I flirted with a guy who worked at Planet Smoothie and told him my name was like Samantha and I was like 18 or something, and I was definitely not 18. And then Yeah, like I wanted to be called Sam real bad. One time we like made up this whole story and said that we were like, my friend was like a princess of like some country. We were looking for luggage at this luggage store. No one believed us.
Classic scheming.
Just scheming.
Classic schemes.
Yeah. What about you? Oh, we know yours. What do you think about this? Where does it fit in?
I'm ambivalent to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It feels
Apple-y?
Yeah, like an apple-y kind of drink.
Tastes like apple cider.
Yeah, it's an apple cider vibe. I don't think it's as much of the apple cider vibe as I want it to be for that milkshake. It kind of just tastes like a milkshake, like a vanilla milkshake.
Where does it go with these two?
Probably in the middle.
No?
Yeah, I like the hot cider the best.
Yeah, and I like that we're calling it cider because that's what we're experiencing.
What does it called? Apple crisp?
Apple macchiato. I think it's coffee in it, but it does not taste like it's coffee in it. A tall pumpkin spice latte is next, and I'm excited about this one, and it's never have I ever seen a ghost.
No, I haven't seen a ghost.
I've seen a ghost. I'm so glad I get to tell this story. There's this ghost bridge here called Helen's Bridge. There's a house attached to it. I was like, oh great. There's a house attached to it. I swear to you, in high school, I drove up to this house. All the gates are open. It looks like people are living there. We walk up, the doors are open. We walk in, because I was a reckless youth. We walk in, and there's a man sitting at a desk at the front door, and he welcomes us in. We meet a woman, lights are on, we meet a woman. She gives us an entire tour, tells us the whole story of the whole place. We leave, we tell someone, they're like, that's not real. That place is closed down. And we were like, no, it's real. We took the guy the next day, one day later, to go see this place to prove to him that this was real, and it was all grown over.
Yeah, this is a place in our town. The house that she's talking about is well known to everyone, to me included. We all know it's not a place that would have in her lifetime been open.
But it was open. And I met some people, and those people were dead.
Yeah, it's also a castle on a hill. She's like downplaying that fact. It's like it's a full-on castle. Because that feels cool.
The lure of Helen's Bridge is that Helen, while pregnant, died off of that bridge. And the whole thing is that if you go there, you park under the bridge, turn your car off, you can't start your car. That's like the whole lure, which I've never tried that, but I met the ghost.
Now, I have heard that ghosts aren't real. Is that true?
Okay, so I would say ghosts aren't real, but I can't unknow this. You know what I mean?
I hear the story.
We hear the story. Can't undo it. Can't unsee it. If you have an explanation, I would love to hear it. Unless it ruins my belief in magic, then like keep it to yourself. Where does this guy live?
I didn't try that one.
I'm sorry.
I've never seen a ghost.
We'll try it. You can try it now.
Least favorite.
Oh, least favorite. Okay.
What about you?
I was gonna say favorite only because it's the only one that tastes like coffee.
It does have a coffee flavor, that's true.
But I think it is.
I think that
not as exciting
thing we were talking about earlier with the Frappuccino comes out more in
that. Yeah, I feel you on that. We know we like this one, but why not? The next one is the pumpkin cream cold brew, winner of last year's. Our personal fall order.
Classic drink.
Yes. And our next never have I ever is never have I ever stood someone up.
I've never done that.
Yeah, me either. Heck yeah. Never have I ever gone skinny dipping. We're rowdy.
It's been a while.
It shouldn't have been. Next one, never have I ever said I love you and didn't mean it. I'm gonna say something romantic. I think that every time I said I love you romantically until you and I were together and like committed and really working hard on our relationship, where we're like, love is an action, love is a choice, not a feeling. I think every time before that was a lie because I didn't know. Yeah. Like I didn't really understand what love was. I thought it was like this, you make me happy when I'm around you, instead of like I actively will like lay my ego down on the table to be with you.
Yeah. I think kind of like the inverse of that is I've said, or the same, I think the same thing. I've said I loved you and meant it every time, but what it meant to me, what love meant to me has changed over time.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Like I say I love you to like the Starbucks barista, because and I mean it in its way, you know, in like you're a human, I'm a human, we're all part of the same ecosphere, and I want good things for you.
Yeah.
You don't say you love you.
No,
love you to the Starbucks barista.
It reminded me of a story I read yesterday that said that this guy loved this woman, but he loved everything, and he loved the rats that were at his job at his factory, and he would treat them the same that he treated her.
Oh, you're like, wait a second.
yeah, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's like what you said, which is like the love has a different meaning. The word has a different meaning depending on how you're using it.
The definition changes more than your intention.
We have limited language for affection. I feel like.
Yeah.
Never have I ever dined and dashed.
I'm genuinely shocked by that one.
This is my deepest shame.
Wow.
I was in high school and it was at a Pizza Hut, and we dined and dashed, and it's been to 2004, so like a long time. How long is it? It's like 17 years, and I still feel really sad about it. I like feel a lot of sadness about it. It's a big regret. And it was with people from my church. Just so you know.
I wonder how uncommon that is, because it's one of those things that doesn't seem that uncommon. But I've never done it, but maybe people do that. I don't know.
I hope they don't. Don't do it, because I found out after the fact. I thought I was screwing over a corporation. I was screwing over the waitress who waited on me, and that is like something that I struggle to live with. And I know that I'm being dramatic, but I do. It's like really hard. I don't care if Pizza Hut survives. If Pizza Hut loses $30, but a waitress, like that's a big deal. Where does this hit?
That's my favorite.
Yeah. This is the one we order all the time. Our final one, this is the one I'm most excited about, and that's why we kept it to last. It is the iced tall apple crisp macchiato. We're gonna try it unstirred, and then we're gonna give it a stir and see if it's better, because there's all this like caramel apple stuff at the bottom, so maybe it's yummy. Never have I ever hitchhiked.
Ooh, that's me. Yeah, I think it needs to be stirred.
Okay, I'm gonna try it unstirred.
I spent over a year hitchhiking around the country, just as a youth, in my teen years.
Where'd you go?
I went all around, but the main places I went were from Georgia up to Ohio, worked on a farm for a little bit up there, and then went up to Vermont and did the same thing, and kind of hung around in Vermont for a while, and then came to Nashville.
I sipped, but I've never hitchhiked. But I did used to pick up hitchhikers all the time. My mom always did, and so then I always did. And then my prefrontal cortex fully developed, and I started to be able to perceive risk, and my whole life changed. But I probably still would. I just COVID. So never have I ever gotten drunkenly locked out of my house.
I feel like I've been drunkenly locked out of my house and my car, you know?
Yeah. I actually got drunkenly locked out of my house on our first date. When we went and had drinks, came back, the whole house, my roommates had locked the whole house up.
I had to climb through the window.
I had to climb through the window.
And I climbed in too.
Yeah, because you didn't come home with me on our first date. I climbed in the window and had to unlock the door. It actually, I felt really stealth. But I lived on a pretty sketchy street, and I feel like I was just kind of saying, look guys, here's what you bring in. But it was fun. It was a good time. Fun fact, this is delicious.
Mm-hmm. I think this is up there in my favorites, which is so surprising.
So surprising. Because the hot version did nothing for me. I mean, it was fine. I would drink it, but it wasn't I wouldn't order it, you know?
Yeah.
The final one, never have I ever watched an entire series of a show in one night.
I think that we both get to drink for this one.
Yeah, because I think we've gotten close. Have we done an entire series?
Well, I think maybe. Is there a short series? The thing that came to mind for me was Succession, which we started watching on a whim. Yeah, it was some weird thing where we had like a weekend ahead of us and we had nothing else to do, and we watched a show that we didn't have any interest in or know anything about.
Yeah, neither of us wanted to watch it really.
No.
But we just... Okay.
We stayed up all night long. We stayed up till 6 a.m. the next day watching that show, and then we slept for 4 or 5 hours, and then we woke up and then watched it again. We kept going until we were done. We didn't stop until we were done. The only thing that stopped us was like we had to fall asleep.
Eventually we had to go to sleep. And for as you probably know if you watch the channel, 6 o'clock is when we wake up. It is definitely very far away from when we go to sleep, but it was just so good. It is so good. It just keeps you going.
Yep.
Okay, I will say for me this is my favorite.
Yeah, I would say that's my favorite as well. Surprisingly enough. Also, if anybody out there watches Succession, you should say whether or not you think Sarah Jane looks like Sarah Snook from that show.
I get DMs about it a lot, which I didn't used to like, but I think that's because if you look like someone really, you don't get excited about looking like them because it's your face. So, I'll take it. We have some treats. We have the Fox. Oh, that literally is the color of my hand. Do you see that? Do your hand. Is it the color of your hand?
Yep.
It's better against the wall. The Fox Cake Pop. I'm just going to take a bite of his ear.
Do it. That is cakey.
That's like a vanilla cake pop. The pumpkin muffin with cream cheese in the top.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Is this something that you would order for yourself normally?
No.
Yeah, me either, I don't think.
It seems like a great idea, but, I just don't ever order treats from Starbucks. I'm never at a Starbucks and I need to eat something.
If you do, you get egg bites. We're a savory family.
Yeah.
But this is delicious.
Yeah.
It tastes like a pumpkin roll.
That's funny. I tried to get you to get a pumpkin roll the other day and you said
I didn't want one. I don't want a whole pumpkin cake,
That makes sense. We would eat about that much of it and be done with it.
We just it's gonna just go to waste. Or I'll eat it for breakfast every day because I feel like I have to get through it, and then I'll feel like, oh, I hate this thing. Pumpkin scone, our final taste. Does that feel like a scone to you?
That's a scone texture.
Opie has a specific scone that he likes.
Yeah, so I like American scones, crumbly. There's a lot of, people have scone opinions, so I don't want to offend anyone out there, but I would call it an American scone with, I like it to have blueberries in it, or pumpkin. That's a very American scone right there. And then I could have a crumbly texture, but also I don't want it to be too bready, too much like a roll. Sometimes a roll
like biscuity too sometimes.
What kind of scone do you like?
I like the biscuit ones that are not really sweet, but you can add jam and stuff to them. I like the one we had at the hotel the other day. I think that's my favorite. But I also like a American scone.
Yeah.
Like a vanilla bean situation. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Well, friends, our consensus is the caramel apple macchiato and the pumpkin cream cold brew are the way to go.
That's right, yeah.
But
and the apple one, the hot apple one, is a nice little cidery kind of thing.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Play Never Have Ever with us. Let us know if you have any good stories down below of any of the things we asked about. And make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Hang out with me long term. I post 2 videos every single week. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!